So we've been paying attention to this for a little while now. We've covered this before, where the courts have been entertaining what a president can and can't do via social media. Here's something that happened. An appeals court rules that Trump can't block people on Twitter. The Second U.S. Court of Appeals on Tuesday ruled that President Trump cannot block Twitter users from his official account, finding that the practice is discriminatory. The ruling upholds a lower court ruling that also found Trump cannot block Twitter users. The president uses his Twitter account to make announcements from personnel changes within his administration, and he has a lot of those to make. Those are announcements he'll be making all the time. Yeah, he announces personnel changes on there. He's got a lot to tweet there. What's the personnel change this week? We're still waiting to find out. So much turnover in that White House. I mean, it's pretty remarkable. I think if you sat the average person down, like me, I mean, I couldn't do it. If you sat me down and was just like, name everyone that's come and gone, I'm sure I would miss a couple people. Like, there's no doubt. I mean, you get the obvious, Sarah Huckabee, Scaramucci. Remember that guy? Scaramucci, man. Scaramucci was slowly becoming my favorite comedian, and then he just bounced. I was like, this guy is pretty freaking entertaining. Then he just bounced. Then it was like, well, that was short-lived. All right, let's see what else is going on here. All right, so Trump can't block people on Twitter. So here's what the judges said. Here's the official statement from the judges. The judges wrote that the First Amendment does not permit a public official who utilizes a social media account for all manner of official purposes to exclude persons from an otherwise open online dialogue because they express views with which the official disagrees. Well, I agree with the court's ruling. I mean, I agree 110% with the court's ruling. I think that, yeah, if you're an elected official and you have an elected official account on Twitter, you shouldn't be able to block people. That's one of the things you have to deal with as an elected official. You can't block people. Now, if it's his personal account, you can block people. That's fine. If it's Donald Trump's personal account, separate from his presidential account, you want to block people, that's your business. It's your personal account. But if you're an elected official and you're supposed to be called a public servant, we know the idea of elected officials as public servants is a notion we've really gotten away from because that's not really how it works. But yeah, I think one of the things you have to deal with, you don't get to block people on Twitter. You don't get to block people on Twitter. So I agree with the courts there.
Get your news on with Rhonda. Do you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Get your news on with Rhonda. Do you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. You can tweet me an article at Ron Placone. We'll go through it together and make it our own. Get your